Are you having trouble finding a place to hunt? Did you know in the state you're only 20 minutes from public hunting anywhere in the state? One of the places that you can hunt is the Sleepy Hollow State Park. We've got Tim Machowicz with us. And Tim, you know, a lot of hunters come here not just for deer, but for all types of game. Let's talk about the park and some of the amenities that you have to offer.
Sure. The park is 2,600 acres, and that's open land, forested. We have a 410-acre Lake Ovid that you can see behind us. The park is open to hunting during the regular hunting season. We do have an early goose season where there's some minor restrictions as to where you can hunt, but the vast majority of the time regular hunting rules apply.
And what a great state park with, there's some beaches, there are camping grounds, all kinds of things.
Yep, we have a modern campground, 181 site campground, a nice beach, picnic areas, shelters. There's a lot of different amenities here that people enjoy throughout the year.
All right, and people want to know, how can I hunt on state park grounds? And it's through a recreation passport, isn't it?
Starting October 1st this year, for $10, when you register at Secretary of State, when you renew your license plate, you'll be able to get into any state park and recreation area for that price.
All right, so you're looking for hunting land? Let's talk about that recreation pass that Tim mentioned. Let's bring in Chuck Nelson, and he's going to explain how it all works. Chuck, you were on a committee that took a look at the parks and then came up with the plan about the recreation passport, which for hunters will allow you to go out and hunt some land at the state parks. Tell me about the recreation passport and why did it come about?
Well, the recreation passport's a pretty straightforward idea. We looked at what the state of Montana did. They cut the cost to get into state parks and they made it easier for people. They went from 15% of the folks bought a sticker to get into the state parks there to 88%.
Wow.
And that was our goal here, to make it easy, to cut the cost for people. And we think we've done that. If you're a hunter like I am, when you go out at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and you want to climb into that tree stand, the last thing you want to do is figure out, did I pay my fee? Can I find somebody at the booth? Do I have to visit the Iron Ranger? What you want to do is go hunting.
Right.
And once you've paid and it's on your license plate, 200,000 acres of public hunting on state park and recreation lands is open to you. You get real value for your money. When you think that much of this state park land is in southern Michigan, where lots of folks live, and the habitat, as you see around me, early successional stage forests changing in the midst of agriculture, where those deer want to come, where do they hang out? In these parks. There are some tremendous hunting opportunities.
Well, and one of the reasons why this came about also, and that is because, you know, there's not a lot of money out there to take care and maintain our state parks. So as you talked about, if we could get 88% of the people paying a little, now you've got that money to maintain the beautiful wildlife and habitat that we have.
Exactly right. What happened is that the state parks stopped getting any general tax money in 2005. We had to find a way for users and voters to provide a modest level of support for state parks. And together, it turns into a great level of support. And these crown jewels of Michigan are places we can all enjoy. And they serve everybody. These are great places. They're family places.
Well, Chuck, one of the big questions then that people will have is, can I just walk down a trail and hang my tree stand and get ready to hunt out there? I think you were talking about they ought to stop by and pick up one of these maps, and then they can find out where they can locate and hunt some of those big bucks and antlerless deer out there.
Yep. The key thing to think about is every state park has a map that'll say this area is open to hunting, this is closed. Generally, the closed areas are just the developed ones, where like the beach, the campground, things like that. Most of the parkland is open. So at a place like a Waterloo, Pinckney, the vast majority is open to hunting. Sleepy Hollow, the vast majority of this 2,600-acre park, open to hunting. So indeed, once you know I'm in an area that's open to hunting, you do as you please. It's like being on a state wildlife area in terms of where you choose to set up.
And you said the park directors and all the personnel, they are here to help you enjoy yourself and enjoy the state park.
That's exactly right. You know, their goal is that you have a great outdoor recreational experience. And that's what hunting is in Michigan, a great outdoor recreational experience.
And that's what we like here on the Big Buck Bowl. Chuck Nelson, thank you for being with us.
Happy to.
Professor at MSU. We also talked to Tim Machowicz, who is the park director at Sleepy Hollow State Park. 98 state parks for you to get out there and enjoy. Get your recreation passport. For the Big Buck Bowl, Tim Hart, Make sure you stay with us. We got more coming up.